Good evening, viewers. Welcome to our podcast, Mindset Mastery Learn and Thrive. The podcast where we provide you actionable insight and inspiring stories to motivate you in your daily lives. Our today's topic is Empower Her. On this topic, we'll be navigating through the media and culture for young girls. So, in this episode, we champion the next generation of young girls in navigating the complexities of media and culture. I am Hari Prakash Sinha, your host. I am thrilled to embark on an empowering journey with you. Join us as we challenge stereotypes, celebrate diversity, and empower girls to rewrite their own narratives. Let's redefine what it means to be a girl in today's world. Join me in welcoming our distinguished speaker, Professor J. Joglekar, popularly known as Professor JJ. She is currently working as an assistant professor in the field of management science and business administration. She is also an active reviewer at a global academic place. She has worked as a program coordinator and a training and placement officer at the beginning of her career. Professor JJ is a research scholar from Pune University and also a student training and counseling expert. She is author also. She has published a book on entrepreneurship and is an active member of national bodies like Indian Society for Training and Development and Indian Academic Research Association. So welcome, ma'am. Welcome to our platform. Over.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming to our platform. I am coming to my first question on this topic. We are talking about the young girls. So today's topic is Empower Her, and on this topic we'll be navigating through the media and culture roles for young girls. So my first question to you, how do media representation of femininity impact young girls' self-esteem and aspirations? So what's your comment on this?
Absolutely. Uh, so, like, let me just start off with the basic subjects I deal with is marketing. And marketing has a very big or a very huge scope into media and television and all the platforms which are used for marketing. Today itself, in my one of my sessions when I was discussing basic concepts of self-image, the actual image that the world has for you, and the social image, right? So when we are talking about like how your question is drafted, what does the media representation of a feminine or a girl, like how media or how the actual television represents feminine as, um, let's say it has its roots from the Indian culture, where we can see that yes, feminism was not much of a culture, or a girl is expected to be like the delicate darling of the society. Okay, like
Yeah.
in your generation, or let's say in the generation Z, like the generation boomers or the generation of uh, the prior generation of my fathers and my mother and all the relatives, we can say that it is very common to have girls' image as a delicate, very mannered, very socially influenced, and she must be obedient. She must, if she's an obedient girl, then absolutely she's a good girl. Even while like bringing them up, right from the childhood to their teenage to their adulthood, we tell them, no, you should be a good girl. Listen to us. You should be a good girl. So if you listen to me, it is a common psychology. If you listen to me, you're a good girl, right? If you anyhow, some way, rebel, or
Yeah.
if you anyhow some way try to put up your own thoughts, your own opinions, or your own choices, like about everything else, about everything, your family, your career, everything, then you're definitely a rebel. It is considered as a bad girl, let's say, or as not so much of a good girl in the society.
Yeah.
So this concept has a very big influence on the media as well. And
Yeah.
the very much common and the most different uh, thing that on media we see is the TV series. If you compare any of the international media to the media of Indian television, or even the news channels, if you see, media is not just about TV serials, or media is not just about movies, but we can say that media is also about what the news is showcasing, or what the advertisements are showcasing, right? India being a rich, cultured society, a rich, cultured nation, yes, definitely the Indian culture will be promoted on a very big stance. It's not totally wrong. I don't really oppose it, or I don't really deny it. Yes, culture can be a very big part where we can say that it should be the base of media. But how culture is represented, if it is represented orthodoxically, or if it is represented in any way like a patriarchal society, or a patriarchal content on that, then that is the issue of, or let's say the grassroots of everything, right? So we can say that yes, media represents many a times the women has to be. The media gives a framework. They give you a list of do's and don'ts. If you fit in that, if you fit in the frame, then definitely you're a good girl. And somewhere it is consciously, subconsciously, it is influencing the minds of young girls who are watching that media, right? So coming towards the representatives, or coming towards what kind of image the media can create in the minds of the girls, or what kind of motivation they can create in the minds of the young girls, we can definitely say that the media is more TRP oriented,
Yes,
right?
it is.
There are two types of absolutely, there are two types of weightage that the media is measurable. It is the GRP and the TRP, right? It is even, is it either the gross rating, or it is the target rating, TRP, right? Many a times the media will definitely focus on the TRP part. Why? Because that's what it runs on. That's what will keep it sustaining on the platforms, on television, on any kind of social media, on any kind of apps, or any kind of websites, right? But there is one big lag that we don't see. That the TRP is, are they really targeting the young girls, or are they targeting the prior generations, the generation X people, or the generation Y people, right? There's a big difference in the generation of X and Y and the generation of Z, which is Zoomers, which is usually considered after 1997, who are born. We can say that yes, there is a big technological shift, or there is a big opinion shift, a big societal shift in all these three generations, right? So this is a point of this is a point of thinking, or we should brainstorm that yes, the media is targeting more upon what culture or what environment India used to have before, and what it is right now. So instead of, let's say, keeping an open or a broad mindset towards the growth of young girls, or towards the challenges of the young generation which they are facing right now, right? First, if you could see, you could majorly focus on the biological wars. You could focus on the international wars, but who will focus on the globalization, or the AI, or the technological war we are into? That culture, or that generation is gone, that era is gone, where we are still talking about Saas and Bahu serials, or we are still talking about what is right and what is wrong for the girls. Focus on what the challenges are upcoming. And I think that is the main point where we are going missing. That is the main point we are lacking as media representatives. And that is what is having a big impact, a negative impact on the young girls. Yes, there are many medias which focus on the positive development of women as well, right? Or the positive development of, in general, the whole generation. Like, I know one of the channels which is called as Epic. It usually uh, comes under the culture and the discovery part. And I have been a very big fan of Epic channel since I was a small young girl. That is always because they focus on actual culture. They have many um uh, shows that cater to the lost culture of India or the lost archaeological monuments of India. What are the rich treasures of India, right? What are the lost recipes of India? How do people dress in different kind of states? So it is like a discovery channel, but more of an Indian origin channel, which we know that yes, India is rich in this. India is rich region wise, local, cultural, subcultural, and ethical uh, levels. Discovery, when we see, we also like it was one of the popular channels that we used to see as children, but I was more influenced by Epic. And I think these channels can be the actual representatives that will focus more on the growth of young girls or the general knowledge of young girls rather than just stereotyping, their personality or how a girl should be or the self image of girls, their motivation towards what I am. I think these channels should be more into uh, consideration of media and television. Of course, hunger of TRP is the second most and the most important part in this whole discussion. That yes, media representation, nothing is for free. They're not doing anything for social service. They're not doing anything for the sake of society. Uh, Priority wise, I would say the priority is that TRP rather than the society.
Right.
So I think that has a negative impact on the self image of the girls.
So with the media, I am moving to social media. To what
Right.
extent do social media platforms contribute to the formation of self-image and identity among young girls? So what's your take?
I think hardly of any of our generation people really are attached to television these days. All the TV serials are, they are exchanged, they are altered with OTTs and series and all these, broadcasts which we focus. And yes, definitely, social media has a big part, but depends on what kind of social media the young girls are using. Like, for example, there are social media categories as well. Professional social media platforms will definitely, like LinkedIn
Yeah.
or any kind of professional blogs
Hmm.
or any kind of these areas where yes, media is working in a, in a very positive manner. They are basically working in a manner where we are sharing thoughts, we are sharing opinions, we're sharing information rather than sharing gossips and rather than sharing rumors. So I think what the media is sharing is important. On social media, we can also see some popular medias like Instagram or Twitter, or there is this Facebook, right? Which are more, they do not have a specific orientation. I think they work majorly on what kind of our SEO works on, our search engine optimization, right? So according to our search engines, they will definitely recommend that kind of content. If I am searching on some kind of content which is criminal based, then I will definitely get all the reels and all uh, the content related to crime.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
if I am searching or I'm looking after all the media which is the content relating to any kind of memes or
Hmm.
any kind of what they say reels,
Hmm.
right? So definitely it is going to suggest me reels from their own.
Yeah.
It not only suggests on the content but also on the followers of that social media. If I am following a particular influencer
Mm-hmm.
on Instagram or on Facebook,
Yeah.
all the other platforms will definitely suggest me the same influencer or the same category of influencers. If you remember TikTok,
Yeah.
what kind of content uh, they were promoting, right? The content was nowhere contributing to the knowledge of the
Right.
society or the knowledge of the generation to
Mm.
what India is going through, right? So I remember when Pulwama attack had happened, right? People were still making reels and dancing. They had no idea what is going on the borders of the nation, right? At the same time, if you see any kind of platform like LinkedIn or Twitter or any kind of professional blogs, they will definitely tell you what is going on recently around, right? So basically, I think it depends when we talk about social media, it depends on the SEO, the search engine optimization, and that's what we should learn how it works. Because as we say that we are not alone when we are on social media. The carbon print and
Yeah.
the hackers are always around.
Yeah.
Someone or the other one is definitely monitoring you all the time. What you are doing, what you are browsing, whom
Mm.
you're following, what are
Mm.
your desires.
Mm.
So I think that we should know about what we are searching is the hint we are giving to social media, what to show me,
Right.
right? Or what to promote.
Right.
It's we are giving the hint. It's not the social media. It's we,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So I think that's all about the game about social media.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm still on the social media. So what a strategy can parents and educators employ to counteract negative media influences on the young girls' self-perception? So what should we do actually? What should the parents and educators can do in this connection?
Um, Coming towards the parents and educators much later, but I will say first in this list is the name of the peers.
Yeah.
Then come the parents, and then comes the educators. Because if we see the time which we spent with our peers is much more like our generation or the college generation, the teens, or let's say the adolescent uh, young girls, or even men. Why should only we talk about girls? But yes, even the adolescent generation, I think the majority of time is spent with the peers,
Yes.
friends, and the social groups.
Yeah.
Acha, social groups will also have a similarity of personalities. None of the young girls or boys will hang out with people like you and me, much more elder than of their age
Yeah.
or much more matured than that age, right? They will hang out with the same maturity level people, or they will hang out with the people who keep the same kind of mentality,
Yeah.
right? The half grown, it is always said in Marathi and Hindi ki uh, आधे अच्छे लोग, they're more dangerous than the पूरे बुरे लोग. So I think the half-minded state is very much difficult here to handle.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of your peer influence is there on you, that will have a major impact. So the role of peers is that first of all it's our self role, that yes, I want to hang out with people, I want to hang out with that group which is contributing to my growth and not to the deterioration of my career or my personality in any way,
Yes.
right? I think the girls can be more like a bit selfish while choosing their friends, right? How you are choosing your peer and how you are choosing your friends, that will decide on what media you are using, because you're communicating with them on media, you're communicating with them on phones, right? And if at all they are long distance friends, then it is really difficult because you're always on the phones, you're always on the media, you're always on your apps, right? Your chat. So I think the peer will have a major role of, you should categorize your peer groups. You should focus on the people who are actually, even if they are competitive, it's fine. Even if they are a bit jealous, it's fine, because somewhere the competition will help you in your growth. But if they are influencers, or if they are some kind of bad influencers which are setting very tempting images in your mind, then I think they should stay away from such peer groups.
Yes.
Second comes the parents, because we spend a lot of time with our parents and our families, right? Family members. So second responsibility comes with them, even if they have given birth to us, but they come very much second when we go into our teens, I guess. And what the parents can focus on is basically, is my child with the right person, with the right peer? Is my child really into what matters, or what content she should be reading, or what content she should be visualizing, right? There should be a monitoring of everything. The very first role comes with the parents to understand if what is right and what is not.
Yeah.
Because I think these days, what I observe is, when the parents are more into what social status we keep in, and what kind of profession I am into, right? They themselves are more focused towards discrimination and social discrimination, that we come from a very sophisticated family and we don't talk to families which are not so sophisticated, right? If the parents are having point of views like this,
Yeah.
then I think it is much more difficult to groom the kid. He or she will definitely develop in the same way. You are setting examples. So the first role is of setting example, a good example, a wise example by the parents. The second and very much important role is the parental advocacy or the parental knowledge. The level of education, or let's say we are all are educated. There is no lack of education these days. But I think the actual implementation of that education is somewhere going wrong. It is somewhere lacking. And it is just because we are comparing ourselves with what status we keep in the society, what my neighbor is doing. If my neighbor has bought a BMW, then I should definitely buy a Jaguar.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if the parents are in this role, so
Mhm.
I think the implementation of education is somewhere going wrong.
Yeah.
The culture, the ethics, the values, the beliefs of those parents, they should focus more on the wisdom part, or on the sanskar or ethics that we say, on the family culture, the family values. And I think that is going to help those teen girls or young girls to shape themselves. Right? When she will see that my mother is a hardworking mother, and as well as she is keeping the family intact, she's keeping the family in bound. I think she is going to learn with example. She is going to learn from example. You don't need to teach her anything differently. The another major part and the third part of the parents, or the role of parents, is when you should not actually do a comparative analysis of your kids with other kids of their same age. It is
Right.
a very common thing that we do in Indian families. कि अरे देखो शर्मा जी के बेटे को 90% आ गया,
Mm.
right? You're still stuck on 80. It's okay, it's fine. Somewhere this is creating some kind of negative impact on the minds of the young girls, and that is where they are getting attracted towards the stereotypical or the fake real world.
Mm.
Because what these reels are doing, what this social media is doing, is they are creating a sort of empathetic content ki- to increase their TRP, to increase their views. They are using human emotions, and they are using it very wrong. So they are interpreting all kinds of negative women emotions like jealousy, comparison. the feeling of discrimination, the feeling of inferiority, which all experiences we are getting from the society, from the family itself. And the moment that girl will feel empathy towards that social media or that reel or that content, she is going to get mentally trapped, and she is going to subconsciously be a part of that fake reel community, and that's where the game starts. So I think the parents should not let this happen. They should not let their girls have empathy and the same experience what family discrimination they go through. So I think they should or they should change the culture, change the environment of their family. Something they can do to make it healthier or happier for the girl to bring up. And the third part obviously comes with our educators. I think we as educators, we can be the actual moderators of all these components. We are the link between the parents and the peers.
Right.
Like we can actually monitor these girls and what peer we know what peer they're into. We also know their parents, right? So I think educators are like the best CCTVs for these young girls, and we don't need to educate them. They get it from their parents. They get it from their peers, right? We just need to show them a mirror that see this is where you are and this is where you should be. Your parents are from a good family. They are holding good positions in the society, or even if they're not holding good positions in the society, they are really good parents, and that you should not get influenced by any of the harmful content or any of the disastrous content on social media. And if we encounter any of the girls who are getting influenced by such contents, I think we can be the communicators, or we can be the moderators who can communicate these things to their parents, right? And again, it is both ways. If we communicate that you should keep a check on your girl, you should give her some time, okay, spend some more time with her, then the parents should also take it that sportingly, and they should not feel ki, "Arey, she is backstabbing my girl, or she is spreading rumors about my girl. She is actually taking my girl on tolls." No, no. We educators are equally responsible as you are, and they are our kids also when they are on campus. And I think I have seen my mother as a teacher as well. So my mother not only, and that too in a girls' school, in a girls' high school. So I am not the only kid that she has. She has thousands of kids and who are girls. She keeps a very personal eye on them. Whenever she encounters any girl under bad influence, she definitely calls up for a meeting with her parents, and she just lets them know this is happening. So please take care of your child. So I think the educators are the best CCTVs and the best recorders. That's the role that we peers, parents, and educators keep.
So one thing that is on my mind, and I think many parents are doing, because the most of the youngsters spend
Absolutely
most of their time on social media, or whatever is the platform, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or whatever. So parents also create their account, their own account, and they remain in the network. Then many
absolutely true.
parents are doing. Even the educators should do that, because this gives you a very good chance
Absolutely
of learning what they are doing actually. Because they are on the social
true.
media, that's okay, but they have to be professional. They have to be on the right path. They might be discussing something else
True.
due to their age or something like that. But at least you can keep an eye on them, what they are
True.
doing. Because the many things, many frauds or many bad things, many
Absolutely true.
accidents, this starts from the social media, because we are not meeting in person. In person you meet very fewer people, more people you meet online. So I think this is also a very good idea for the seniors actually, even for the peers, even my age,
Ab-
anyone age. even the peers comes to know something about something like this that is not good, they should bring this to light. So that is also a very good idea, I think. So thank you so much,
Absolutely.
ma'am. So we have only 10 minutes of time left. Not 10 minutes, it's only 8 minutes.
Okay.
So can we take one more question?
Okay. Sure, definitely.
Otherwise, should we just end this session and start again? Because then there are four.
We can rejoin.
Uh, because the four questions are remaining. Let's try to finish
Sure. We
this
can
session.
rejoin. Sure.
No, let's try to finish in this session only the fourth question. Suppose something is, if this is not finished, then we can repeat this again.
Okay. Sure.
Is that okay? So my fourth
Sure.
question is, how can the entertainment industry be held accountable for perpetuating harmful stereotypes and limited representation of female characters?
I think I have a lot to talk on this. I think 8 minutes would not be enough to talk on this because I have so many allegations for the social media and for the digital media for this. Not only allegations, but I have like they're general observations. We can say I go through all the same stereotypes, and I also face all the stereotypes. But what I observe the most is there are three major things that social media or entertainment is responsible for. The very first is the fake content that they are promoting, or the real life that they're promoting, right? They are promoting something which is not there in the real life, but
Yeah.
it is there in the real life.
Right.
It is much more tempting. It is much more influencing, and it is influencing in a bad way. It is influencing negatively. It is creating some sort of emotion or belief in the minds of people, or especially young girls, that I am not perfect. I am much more. Uh, I need to do much more. I need to work out on much more on my body. I need to work out on my communication skills. I need to look good. If I look good, then only people will, they will entertain me. Then only they will value me, right? Or there are many stereotypes like that. If my color is good, then definitely I will look good. If my hair are long, they're smooth and shiny, and don't that's the way I will gain my confidence. So these are basically the real or the fake content, the fake concepts that the media and entertainment has been creating in the minds of young girls. That is one observation. The another observation plays along with the unhealthy concepts which they are promoting. These concepts are not only fake, but they are absolutely unhealthy because they are targeting young generation to be something which they can control the minds. They are subconsciously, they are indirectly controlling the minds of young generations by setting some sort of unhealthy trends. If you can dance on kacha badam, then you are cool. This concept of cool and this concept of yes, actually, I have seen like my students actually making reels on these contents and these songs, which I never even heard. Right? Why? Because ma'am, that's very cool. You will not understand. I said, how it is cool? Because they get views.
Yeah.
Getting views is a very big deal,
Yeah.
and that's what the social media is promoting. If you're getting views, you're getting famous, and basically the social media is promoting the concept that anything can be earned easily. The same concept which our forefathers used to oppose, that nothing comes without a price,
Yeah.
nothing comes easy. It is exactly the opposite of what the entertainment is doing or the social media is doing. They are actually setting examples in front of the young generation that you can get famous within a night. You can get famous just because of one reel. and you can earn a lot of money, right? So all these influencers which are, you know, creating an unhealthy content, I think they are responsible for, um, you know, creating fake concepts in the minds of people. They are creating pseudo feminism as well. The blog which I had written on, the pseudo feminism, that how we can use feminism as the means to get famous, and they will do anything for that. They will even put wrong allegations, wrong cases on men, and this the girls are learning that I can use the privilege which is given to me, or the facility which is given to me for my security. I
Yeah.
can use it to dominate instead. So I think these fake concepts, or the fake concepts of beauty, the fake concepts of strength, the fake concepts of fame, the fake concepts of talent, they are just changing the matter of talent. When we used to consider a multilingual person as talented, or an educated person as talented, or the person who has multiple degrees as talented, they are literally saying if you can dance on the beats, you're talented. Just because of your moves, you're
Yeah.
talented. Just
Yeah.
because of uh, the your things that you're doing, the Western culture that you're inculcating, you are cool.
Yeah.
So here, the change of definition, the change of understanding is happening, and I think that is the bad, that is the allegation I have, and the problem I have with the whole entertainment industry,
So we are sort
to
of time
spoil
here.
the minds of our young
Uh,
people.
we are sort of a
Sure.
time here. So we are going to take up this question again in the next session. So I am just
Sure.
ending this session. Then we'll be rejoining in 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Done.
Thank you,
I'll
viewer.
be back.
Thank you, viewer. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining us on this empowering journey through Empower Her, navigating media and culture for young girls. Remember, the power to shape our stories lies within each one of us. Let's continue to uplift, inspire, and support one another as we navigate the ever changing landscapes of media and culture. Together, we can create a world where every girl feels empowered to shine brightly, unapologetically, be herself. Until next time, stay empowered. Please subscribe to the channel and promote the video. We will be bringing more content like this to you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.